If your plan is to poach and pillage everybody's roster to try to build a talented portal team, I got bad news for you. This is way offsides. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever the case may be. Welcome to Way Offsides. This is a pop-up. And oh, man. We did a reaction video yesterday right off the bat. But we're going to talk about this a little more in depth. Those scary, talented, preseason hyped Seminoles of Tallahassee, the hepatitis-ridden city of Tallahassee, spent all offseason condemning the University of Alabama for beating them out for a playoff spot, suing the college football playoff committee, lobbying with their state legislators to get them on board, encouraging governors to build budgets to sue college football entities, suing their own conference because they're not good enough for the ACC, all just to fly to the rocky roads of Dublin in Ireland and lose to Georgia Tech 24-21. They poached so many rosters, including Alabama's. I think altogether they have 5 players that they took from Alabama in the transfer portal. The most prominent 3 being Malik Benson, Roydell Williams, and Earl Little Jr. Roydell finished his 2024 premiere with the Florida State Seminoles with 39 yards rushing. 39 yards rushing. Wow. Really impressive. 38 yards. Sorry. Malik Benson had 4 recorded catches for 39 yards. 0 touchdowns. Earl Little had 1 tackle. 1, you know why? Because he didn't start. And Malik Benson had 1 punt return for 3 yards. Dear Malik, Roydell, Earl, grass ain't always greener. Signed, Alabama fans, laughing emoji. Oh, wow. What a poetic start to college football 2024. Why did Florida State lose? Why? Was it because they were jet lagged? Did Georgia Tech not have to make the same flight? No, I'll tell you why they lost. 3 reasons. 2 of the reasons are interchangeable. The first one is Mike Norvell. Mike Norvell is a good talker. He is a likable guy, and he can talk. But he can't back it up. He can't back it up. Now, Brent Key is the opposite. I don't know how up to date this is, but I just looked at the Googles. I'm going to tell you guys something. Mike Norvell is 31-19 in the ACC. 31-19. Now, Brent Key took a team that was number one in offensive production in the ACC last year, and he was able to keep 82% of their on-field production at Georgia Tech. Not only that, he added the defensive aspect to the team that was missing, starting with coaching, bringing on new coaches, keeping the players that he needed to keep, and development. Now, how did Mike Norvell handle FSU in the offseason? Well, they lost a ton defensively. Anybody that thought that defense was going to be as good as it was last year was fooling themselves. The defensive line included, that vaunted historic defensive line that everybody's been talking about all offseason. They were on roller skates the entire game. They got blown off the ball by the Yellow Jackets. The Rambling Wreck wrecked them. Oof. But Mike Norvell spent his offseason, instead of developing his players, fixing his coaching staffs, maintaining what he needed, he just spent his time poaching everybody else. He cherry-picked the transfer portal. I'm pretty certain that Mike Norvell was one of those folks that had a third party that Nick Saban referenced, waiting in Tuscaloosa, waiting in the whims, in the shadows for Nick Saban to retire. But here's the thing. What happened yesterday is a bigger story than a number 10 team, which they shouldn't be number 10. We don't know how good Florida State was actually going to be. It's a preseason ranking. It means absolutely nothing. It was a bigger story than that team losing to Georgia Tech in Ireland. The big story is Georgia Tech did it the right way. They kept recruiting and maintained as much of their roster as they could and developed it, while Florida State went and cherry-picked talent from other teams from the transfer portal. Here's the thing about this transfer portal, folks. It should be used for supplemental purposes, not to build the talent on your roster. Yeah, I get it. Lane Kiffin's gone 11-1 the last, 2 years or something at Ole Miss? But how many national championships is he winning? How many playoff appearances does he have? How many SEC championships is he winning? Where are those Heisman trophies? Where are those Bolitnikovs? Hell, where are those Lou Groza Award winners? Florida State spent the offseason focused on transfer portal additions instead of maintaining the talent they already had, keeping what they could, and developing it. And it's bit them in the ass. They went and got out-physicaled by Georgia Tech. I get it. It's the first week of college football. They're going to probably get better, blah, blah, blah. DJU ain't. He's done this all over the country. The dude has been here, there, everywhere. And y'all put your stock in him. Put your stock in Mike Norvell, telling you that we're going to develop him and we're going to do it. No, they ain't. The dude's built like a linebacker, runs like a running back, and is playing quarterback. Listen, you cannot build a college football team straight from the transfer portal. You can, but you cannot build a galvanized, tested, surefire, cohesive football team off the transfer portal. Why does a guy go in the transfer portal in the first place? Because he's not happy with his current situation. 90% of the time, he's not happy with his current situation because he's not starting. 90% of the time, he's not starting at his previous school because he didn't do what he needed to do to win the starting position, or he's not good enough. There's somebody better. Or they're leaving because you called them and said, hey, we're going to offer you this much money to jump in the portal. You can't build a team, a successful championship-winning team of people with that mindset. It will not happen. Florida State proved that on Saturday when they went to Ireland and got their ass kicked by Georgia Tech. Because that score, although they lost by 3, that score does not show how bad they got beat. It's been all offseason, whining, complaining, suing folks, raping and pillaging everybody else's rosters, and you put together a team of me's, eyes, a team of people who only care about themselves, how much money you're putting in their bank account. Look, I love Roydell Williams. I thought Roydell Williams was a solid back, but there's a reason he wasn't the starting running back at Alabama. Now you guys got him. Hell, you went and poached one of our backup DBs, and now he's not starting at Florida State either. You filled your roster with guys like that, with guys who have a zero loyalty mentality. If they can't be loyal to their previous team, can they be loyal to their current one? No. DJ Uiagalelei has been to 3 schools, man. 3. These transfer schools, man. Yeah, you're going to have some success. You're going to win some games. But you're never going to compete like you think you're going to. The nature of football in itself, it is a chess match between 2 units, not individuals. It has to be a unit-focused approach for it to work. A scheme only works if all 11 men on offense and all 11 men on defense are in cohesion, are in unison. If one cog breaks down, the whole thing breaks. It's like a military unit. It's like a machine. If one part breaks, the whole thing breaks. Y'all going to buying your parts from Team U and expecting to win national championships with it. Let me be quiet. Y'all transfer portal teams are in for a nightmare. You're in for a rude awakening, especially the first person that proves me wrong and it works, because then everybody else is going to start doing it. Everybody else is going to go from supplementing their rosters with the transfer portal to building the talent on their rosters with the transfer portal. They're going to start poaching. They're going to start tampering. And then college football is really going to be a mess. If we think it's bad now, it'll be way worse then. But the clear evidence happened on a football field in Dublin, Ireland yesterday. And Florida State fans, you should be sick to your stomach because you bought into it. You thought it was hilarious. It's so funny. We're going to be Bama 2.0. We're stealing Alabama's players. You stole our freaking secondary and our backups and our backups. And lost to Georgia Tech with them. You deserve everything you're getting on social media right now. Y'all whined and bellyached and cried and sued people. Y'all got the Governor DeSantis to put money aside for lawsuits. The governor of the state of Florida to put money aside to sue the college football committee. Oh, you can't build a team, a championship winning team with the transfer portal. You have to recruit a player out of high school, develop a relationship with them, give that player time to develop relationships and galvanize, I keep using that word, galvanize with his teammates, and then they go to war together. Because it's about that dude next to you. The transfer portal got some of y'all super hyped, and you're about to fall flat down on your face. There's one other team, specifically in the SEC, who I think everybody's hyping up. They're a transfer portal team. They're the SEC equivalent to Florida State, and they're about to fall flat on their face this season. Just wait. You'll see who I'm talking about. Anyway, y'all do the dang thing. Like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. Tell your granny and them. Share this on social media. This is better than that bald-headed guy from Louisiana stupid rants about Bama burning, right? Share this one. We love you. As always, say your prayers, read your Bibles, wash your hands, horns down, beat Auburn and LSU and Tennessee too, and only supplement your rosters with the transfer portal. Don't build it. Roll Tide.